Hi, I'm Navdan Sari, and in this video I'm going to show you two ways to have atmosphere in your game with clothes. So without any further ado, let's begin. You can see here I have this empty project. The first way to do your atmosphere and clothes is the old way. So let us see how we can do this atmosphere and clothes in the old ways. Just go to create and place actor panel, so we have it like this. And in here first just go to lights, and in here add a directional light to your scene, okay? And next go to effects and add atmospheric fog to your game, and you can see that now we have the sun over here and our atmospheric fog and our light. Okay, so first thing to do, you should go to directional light, go down and check this atmosphere sunlight. So with that, the sun that is in our scene will get the rotation of our directional light. So in directional light, if we select directional light and go to rotation, we can rotate our directional light, and with that the sun position will be changed, and you can see it in here. The better way to change the sun position is just select nothing, unselect everything, hold Ctrl L. Remember, you should hold Ctrl L, not leave it. So with that, with mouse, you can change the position of the sun, and you can see the rotation of directional light will change with that as well. And you can see we have this cool sunset effect in our game. Next thing to do, we should add a clothes. For adding clothes, you should be at the place actors, because it is in these old classes in here, and search for a sky and add this BP sky sphere to your game. And in this BP sky sphere game, just go up at the top and select the directional light actor, select the directional light that we have in our scene, and that way you create your atmosphere and your clothes, and you can see it clearly. It's look cool, right? But there is a better way, the new way of doing all this atmosphere and clothes, and I will show you how you can do that. So let's just delete everything in here. We don't need this atmospheric fog, we don't need this BP sky sphere, just have this directional light, and the atmosphere sunlight should be on. So that's all you need to do to create the new way of creating atmosphere and clothes in your game. For doing the new way, just go to effects, add the sky atmosphere to your game, and with that, if you hold Ctrl L, you can change the position of our sun. Like before, we have better sunset now, and everything works fine, right? And after we done that, we need cloud as well. So in the new way, we add this volumetric cloud, and you can see we have the cool cloud in here, and everything works fine. And if we hold Ctrl L, we can change the position of our sun, and you can see our sun is in here, is here, and it can go behind the clothes, and it's more realistic. And this is the new way, and you should use this new way to create your atmosphere and clothes. There are some property for this volumetric cloud that first thing, if you don't want to use the default material for this volumetric cloud, for the cloud of your game, you can download in internet, or you can create your own and set it in here. Just click in here and give it the material that you have downloaded for cloud material. Next, in the layer, let's just collapse everything. In the layer, you can set the bottom of cloud to be how much distance from the surface. So at default is 5. So it's like this. The distance between surface and the bottom of our cloud is now 5 kilometers. And we can change that, and we can bring up our cloud like this. And the layer height, it's the height from top of your cloud to the surface. So if you increase it, the cloud, you can see it go higher, it will be bigger this way. Okay, so if you again make it thinner, you can see it. If you want to go up in the air, just set this camera speed to 8, hold E, and you can go up to the clouds, and you can see we are going up from our cloud, and we can see our planet now, and you can see everything. Okay, so we have a cool cloud in here. If we want to go back to that surface that we had in our project, hit F on your keyboard and you instantly go to that object. Just remember, change the speed of your camera to something like 4, and you can see we have this cloud. Next thing that I want to show you in directional light. Let's say you want to create a game like Ice Combat or Hikes. For your plane to cast shadow on this cloud, just go down in here, find the cast shadow. Let me find it. Okay, in here, cast shadow on the cloud. So if you have a plane that is between your sun and your cloud, with checking this, your plane should have a shadow on your cloud. And again in here, if you check this cast shadow on atmosphere, if you check it, the atmosphere that you have will have shadow on your cloud, and it make it more real, but it consume more power, right? So the next parameter is this cast cloud shadows. So what this does, if you check this, it will create shadow above everything, whatever beneath it. So because there is a cloud above our plane in here, our surface, we can't see anything on this surface because the cloud is above it and it casts shadow on it. Okay, there are a lot of options and property for your sky atmosphere, volumetric cloud, and directional light, and for explaining all of them it takes too much time. First of all, I want to show you this page. Okay, so it talk about a sky atmosphere in detail, and I don't think that you need it by now because you're most likely a beginner, but you can just play around with all of this property and find out what they are. But if you want to find out what they are in details, you can read through this URL, that this page that I will put the URL in description down below. It takes like 60 minutes to read it, but it takes more than that to understand it. After you finish this playlist of videos about beginner Unreal Engine 5, you can read these and make your UE5 skills better. Okay, so let me show you some of them. So for example, in a sky atmosphere, if you change the color, that should be a scatter to something like red, you would have a red sky, and you can have it in your horror game or your whatever game you have. Okay, so with that you can change that, and the amount of scattering you can change it in here, and you can see it's something between blue and red, right? So you can change this to tell the Unreal Engine 5 how much of this color should be scattered. Let's just reset this property, go to atmosphere me. In me, you can create a cool looking desert fog. Okay, so if we increase this scale, you can see that we will have this desert fog in here, and you can change the scale of that to bring it down or bring it up, and you can use that for when you have a level on desert. Okay, you can play around with all of this property to find out what is perfect for your game. But I think it's enough for this video. Thank you for being at the end of this video. It's an honor for me. Please, if you want to help me, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot. It motivates me to create more videos like this for beginners and pro in future. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.